Alright guys, back again. Just wanted to let you guys know that I'll be moving on to like the next part of whatever it is that I'm doing, which is stripping generators. This part can be a bit finicky. So yeah, this part can be a bit finicky, just because you'll understand why it can be a bit finicky. But I'll show you the whole process of it. I've got 7 that I need to do, and I'll show you all 7 and how it's done and the whole process. And I'll show you the X-ray tubes a little bit up close. I think I did that yesterday already, but you know it's worth showing you guys again. One of them was actually completely broken, so I can show you, I guess, that one a bit more closer. So that's obviously the reason why the generator failed, but I'll show that one to you. But yeah, let me move all of the stuff over here, show you the processes. So I don't know if you can see, so with this tray over here, this one will be used for waste. That one's waste as well. Plastic, metal, whatever one I'll decide eventually. But yeah. So if I show you actually, yeah. So that's the whole circuit board. This is where the X-ray tube is meant to be, but it's broken. So there's a glass that's broken off. This is what's meant to be over here as well, like so. But it's broken off, unfortunately. So yeah, this is the precious metal, beryllium, and the other one, tungsten's all. I don't know which one is which, but you know, yeah. Show it to you. We'll start off with that one, I guess, because it looks like it'll be the easiest one. Change my gloves. But yeah, so I just tear down another 7 today. I did 10 yesterday, 7 today. I've got another 10 right behind me, if you can see that. Should be able to just here. Just here. That's another 10. But the problem is the barrel is quite full. It's almost up to it's up to that line over here. So my manager will need to be able to contact somebody to swap out the barrel at some point. Yeah, so the 2 different types of X-ray generators I strip is two different brands are Smiths and Rapiscan. I feel like they're both equally as, you know, easy. There's no real easy one. They both, I guess, they're both easier in some ways and harder in some ways as well. So they're both pretty much the same in a way, but very different though. Same in the sense of the effort you need to put in. So change this bit out. So what I personally like to do is just unscrew everything. So there's a little capacitor, resistor that's on the top that holds this in place, which is the X-ray tube. A little resistor capacitor that holds it in place, and then it's the 14mm bolt. This one you can see is already broken off. So you don't really need to be gentle with it because it's all scrap anyway. There will be loud noises because of the whole extraction process. Yeah, let me go around doing all of this first, one by one. I don't know if you could tell, it's a pretty decent day outside. Weather's very nice. I'm absolutely sweating so much wearing this. Do not restrict the screw, just like I done. Feel free to critique my methods and, so this, again, you can just, there you go, like that, perfect, like that. So now, because this has already been broken, normally you would take this apart. I'll show you real quickly. So yeah, that's the one of the pieces. I don't want to chuck it because I know if I'm chucking it into a bunch of other glass ones, so it'll definitely break. So I'll chuck it in later. But yeah. Just need to change it to the 14mm. Well, that's a bit of brass, so that brass, I'm going to put that separately so my manager can separately make money off this. It's a good solid piece of brass. It probably weighs about a pound. I don't know how much that is in kilo. I mean, a kilo, which is, I don't know how much that is in a pound. Yeah, sometimes there's a little bit of oil left in there, so I just tip it upside down to let that drain. It's quite dirty or like really mucky and stuff like that. I'm not too sure why that is the case, but yeah. And then from here, it's just, you know, go crazy, go stupid. Just like that. I just put it all together in a mixed metal because taking this off is just such a pointless task. The metal recyclers, they don't mind a little bit of plastic that they can sort out. So now, what I'm going to do over here is, so there's a capacitor here and this thingy here, I'm not sure what that is, but this, I'm going to cut it from over here with using my tin snips, just like that, move that out of the way, and then this plastic piece holds it in place, so I just take this plastic piece out. Sometimes it's a bit finicky, just like that. Put that plastic in the plastic. So now what I'll do is come with my tin snips and cut the copper cable, the copper wire, sorry. Come in, just snip it in, just like that, and that's free. Again, I have no idea what that is for. So now, what that does, that basically frees up the wire for the X-ray tube. Pull that out, there we go, just like that. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to move on to just removing the X-ray tube, using the, luckily, I just use these thingies, the prongs, and I just stick them into the holes of the thing, and they just fit, which is perfect. So what we're going to do is put the 14mm on top. Oops. Like that. So you can see, move these out of the way, and just come in with a wrench, and then, yeah, so now, so this will obviously hold it to stop it from spinning. You know, we need to have a real tight firm grip on it, and then boom, just like that. Unscrew it. To finish it off by hand, maybe not. But yeah, that's the X-ray tube removed successfully. Now, see if I tip it upside down, real dirty oil comes dripping out. So yeah, just gonna let that drain. Get the screw and the washers and everything. This all just get spinned, you know. Which is a shame, man. I don't know, you never know. There might be that one person needing a specific fault or whatever. Oh well. Don't forget the brass piece over here. That will be separately sorted out. You know. Yeah, and again, so again with these wires, it's nothing really fancy. They've already been stripped. Okay, I've never seen that happen before, but unfortunately, I think for some reason it was all tangled up over here, which is very odd. I've never seen that before. Again, maybe that's the reason why it failed. I'm not too sure. There we go. Just like that. Like so. And then there we go. Just so that's done, sorted out. Let's see if I'm strong enough. Yeah, so that it's like the head of, bring me the head of whoever. Just like that. Boom. Plastic, rubbish, waste. Plastic. Plastic as well. Clear, acrylic. Yeah, this will get chucked into the metal. Yeah, this so what this is here, this is brass over here. So this is brass and this is graphite. And this I'm not too sure. But all I know is that it's got to do with the X-ray. The X-ray tube itself. There's obviously a wire wrapped around here, but I pulled that off. But yeah, if anybody knows why there's graphite, brass and whatever this thing is for, that'll be very handy, because I'm quite curious to know what it is and what it's used for and blah blah blah. I'm assuming this is like for grounding sake. But yeah, it's quite strange. Yeah, I do know this is graphite, but again, with graphite, it's not really, it's considered a metal, I think, but you know, it's a bit pointless. Nobody really, you know, graphite isn't really in demand or anything like that, so it's not really a point of recycling it to a specific center. But yeah, I mean the brass, I mean it's just hassle. I've got to get the tiny bit of a screwdriver, not screwdriver, whatever it's called, unscrew that, I then take it out, and then yeah, there's just hassle. Just chuck it in the mixed metal. You gotta be careful. Everything is like really slippery because of the oil. Oil is it's pretty horrible. I've got a good hole in my glove. I'm gonna change it, and I've got a hole in that glove as well. I'm gonna change it because it just ends up getting bigger and bigger. Then these gloves end up getting oily and oilier, and then it's like every day I have to wash them. I know you're meant to wash them every day anyways, but you know, if I'm wearing gloves underneath that, why do I need to wash it? Do you kind of get what I mean? It's not like my hands are getting sweaty. You know, this is getting sweaty. Which, obviously, if these are disposable, you just chuck them in the bin. But yeah, I mean, it gets to a point where I practically have to wash these every single day anyways. But I try not to get it too dirty, especially because it gets filled up with a lot of the oil. And then if I take it home, and then I put it in a washing machine, it's like I'm constantly pushing that oil in the ecosystem or whatever, and that oil can be quite dangerous for the ecosystem, so I've been told. So yeah, so that's 2 done. I've got another 5 to go, which is quite good, you know. Nothing too serious. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of machines to deal with. Let's see if I can show you. Actually, no, it's alright. There's a lot. There's too much. Alright. So, next one. Look at that. That's already helped me out quite a lot. Then, this one, I'm just gonna take this plastic piece off using my string. I'm gonna take my string, cut this here, just like that. Get this plastic piece off here, and then other piece off, just like that. Pull that wire through like that, and then so this one is already broken. The glass is broken, So I'm assuming that was obviously the failure. The reason why it failed, you know. So this will get clamped on like so, you know, held down. Come in with the 14mm. Sometimes the 14mm is enough, which is very annoying. It is enough, but it's like really tight for some reason. So I just tap it down a bit. Just like so. Just like so. There we go. This. Just like that. That, the bolt and washer, and then it's metal, the bit of brass. I'll show you the brass up in person. Yeah, really nice big chunk of brass. But yeah, so as you can see, this was the reason why it failed. The oil just fell on my hand. Yeah, this is the reason why it failed. Because, yeah, sometimes too much power. There we go. So that's the inside of it. And that's the other piece for it. Quite unsure about. Tiki one, innit? Tiki one. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm not a professional at what I do. I'm just here for fun. Yeah, just to show you a bit of the other piece up in person. Hold on. I don't know, maybe like that, or just like that, send bare electricity through and it creates nobody knows, I'm not too sure. Somebody knows, but it's not me. Like a powdery coating on it. Yeah. I guess I'm helping the person who actually needs to take this apart. Yeah. It's not that deep. You know. Doing that isn't going to hurt the plastic, isn't going to hurt the metal, isn't going to hurt anyone, except for me probably, but it's not the end of the world. So let me lock in and do these next four, and you can obviously watch in the meantime. Sorry, I'm at work by myself, so I don't really care too much. Yeah. Fucking working with anybody important right now, at least. Yeah, if my nose looks wet, it looks like it's runny, that's because it is. I'm like really ill. I've got a huge fever. Yeah, I've got a huge fever. My throat gave up on me this morning. But yeah, unfortunately we moved. Yeah, I need to get this done. No specific reason. It's not like someone's coming in tomorrow to pick him up, but I need to do it. if I'm doing it wrong, I'm not going to be the person to say, yeah, I don't care, whatever, blah blah blah. But if I'm doing it wrong, let me know. Or if you, fuck, what's wrong? Sorry guys, this is doesn't help being like completely slippery. Yeah, I don't know if anybody can get a grasp of what capacitor is what does what and whatever. I don't know, there's that guy in Scotland, if he knows what any of that means, because me, absolutely not a clue. But very interesting. I'm gonna change my gloves. These are actually pretty good gloves. They're the sight ones, but you know, I guess there's a lot of sharp edges. They get poked through. Sorry guys. Yeah, so in this part you don't really see, like, usually I'll let the oil drain off for a day at least, but they've had all morning to dry, so you know the only time it's going to get any drier than that is if it's completely bone dry, and that's after a couple of days, or you know, or like a month at least where it gets bone dry. But you know, I ain't got time for all of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm here to just keep going, keep pushing it, whatever, you know. all that good stuff. Just that. Just there. Resistor, capacitor, I don't know. So if anybody's wondering why this circuit board is working under, like it's been soaking in oil its whole life, and how is it still working and everything, it's because it's oil, so it's not water. The oil does not affect all of these capacitors and everything. There's not too much going on anyways, there's no motherboard or anything like that, so they're all just capacitors and stuff. This is pretty fun to do. And I'm a bit bored. It's better when it's like fresh like this. That's when it's the easiest. Yeah, so yeah, with that, it's just there's not much in a way going on. So yeah, it's just a lot of capacitors and resistors and you know whatever these are, C9. It looks like there's a total of 32. So I don't know if that's got to do with the 32 bit or anything like that, or for in terms of, because it produces X-ray images, in terms of images wise, does it produce a 32 bit image? Yeah, very odd bit of quick kit, you know, not something you see on a day to day. I don't know if this is, I don't know if you can see this, but it does say, oh, it's upside, oh, you can see it here as well. So just right above the orange, it says oh shit, sorry, high rate 10, so that is for that. that's for the specific machine that it needs to go into. This. And that's it. That's it. So this will dry overnight or whatever. I won't be filming anything tomorrow because I'm working with somebody tomorrow. So you know it's very embarrassing to let them know that I'm filming something for YouTube or TikTok or something like that. But yeah, if there is, yeah, I mean, if anybody would like to see anything more, you can always let me know. Yeah. Again, it's a very niche thing. I don't think anyone's really gonna watch it, but you know, I don't think, or at least no one's gonna watch to the end, anyways. But if you did, thanks, I guess. All that YouTube stuff in it. But yeah, yeah, I'll upload it on TikTok as well. I don't know. We'll see if it works on both locations, TikTok, YouTube, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I hope everything goes well with you guys. God bless and stay safe. See ya. Not really an outro or anything, but I need to take my gloves off to stop recording. My phone's fell in the oil. It's in, part of it is in the oil. I don't know if you can see, but see. Gosh, that is the worst. Hopefully it's just like on the case, but if, yeah, sorry guys. See ya.